I would imagine that that the nation state is going to head toward being more of a voluntary association. Rather than the inflation financing governments, in my opinion, what inflation financing governments allows governments to do is to spend first and ask questions and ask for forgiveness later, which works out very well for people in power, but doesn't work out very well for the citizens whose wealth is being devalued from the inflation. So I think a world in which government can't print money anymore in order to finance itself is a world in which it has to take taxes out of you first before it can spend them. And that makes things much more complicated. It's much easier if you can just print and spend than it is to actually try and go and take money from somebody's hand and then spend it. So I think the balance of power that money that is hard creates is much more in favor of the individual. And then governments are going to have to effectively win the allegiance of citizens more convincingly. They're going to have to offer more compelling services and less and fewer bad services in order to be able to attract people. I think political orders would be far more civilized in that there would be less to fight over as well. Politics wouldn't be so important and so vicious, both domestically and internationally, because winning your local political election does not allow you to print money. And that's really 99% of the fun if you're into politics. So if you take that away, people are just not going to be so vicious about fighting for politics. I can see the world focusing on more important and more productive things than politics and geopolitics if money is taken out of politics, if what determines the validity of your transaction is cryptography and the actual possession of the balance, rather than whether you're connected to the right people and whether you have the right people in charge of the bank who lets you pass the transaction. So that's how I see it.